Oh, wow. Well, it just kicked off now. What's poppin'? Yeah. Yeah. What's poppin'? Now, let's sit here and get into it. I'm letting people load in because they just not finding out about it. So a lot of people are showing up here late. Went out, did my little thing, showed my face, so I could not see her tomorrow. Cause the fight, gotta be focused. Now, I've been getting hit up by all the feminists in the world over this situation. I mean, everybody's come here and they're complaining to me that I am too hard on Tasha. When I have told the absolute truth. Everybody said, all the women are telling me, the feminists and all of them, you excluding Ghost. Ghost has mistreated her. He has used her. He manipulated her and he left her for a woman. I'm like, whoa. He left her for that Mexican Spanish girl. All y'all like them Spanish girls. See, y'all just care about her because she white. That's why. This went to a whole nother level. Now, what does Ghost messing around with Angela for? He didn't mess around with Angela because Angela was Hispanic or she was white. He used to date Angela. That was his high school crush. They dated. She moved away. He saw her back at True for the first time. It wasn't like Ghost was out here running around banging every broad in the street. And Tasha kept flirting around. Tasha kept flirting around with Sean. Being promiscuous with Sean. Ghost is like, I'm trying to go straight. I'm not trying to be a drug dealer. I'm trying to be the man just running the nightclubs. I don't want to be selling drugs for the rest of my life. And she like, no, you can do it, baby. They ain't you. She wanted him selling drugs. Tasha loved that drug game. She was really young and immature in the first season. But she started to grow up. But people say Ghost neglected her. How did Ghost neglect her? She's living in the house. She got the kids. She got the money. But this is who's at fault for Raina. Now, she sleeps with Sean, which causes a whole lot of problems. Now, I could go on a list to tell you how Tasha's involvement in everything throws a monkey wrench and stuff. Ruiz got killed because of Tasha. She gonna call Tommy up and tell him about what was going on when Ghost had everything planned. Now, Tasha is so concerned about her own personal ambitions. She's neglected her children, and she's neglected everything about herself. Last season, she was focused. This season, she's back to the ditzy Tasha that's all about herself and not about her children. She gossiping with her friend again. Talking about, ooh, yeah, I'm about to leave Ghost. I'm finna get a divorce and do all this stuff. And they was like, but you can't blame Ghost. Ghost ain't there for the kids. He ain't doing this and that with the kids. Ghost is making the money. If Ghost is out there making the money, you at home 24 hours a day with the kids. That's your job, is to make sure the kids are straight. Raina is going through all this stuff. Tariq, I'm going over my friend's house. She ain't asked no questions. She ain't met none of the friends. What parent don't know the friends that their son is running out to? Then her daughter, Raina, goes in there and asks her to go to another school out of the blue. Just out of the blue, she said, I want to go to another school. And she see her arm. Raina, what happened in your arm? You see your daughter got a bruise on her arm and she talking about she want to go to another school. And you ain't stopping what you doing to ask no questions? You going right back to talking, gossiping with your friend? Right then and there, she just said, come talk to me. We got some concerns, blah, blah, blah. Every time there's a conversation with them, the kids initiate the conversation. They got to sit down and talk to them. They want to know what's going on. Then Kanan kidnaps your son. You finally find out about it. You told Ghost nothing. And all of a sudden, you let him just bounce out the house again? Kanan is still out there. But yet, you have no concern. Your son had just been kidnapped. Kanan is still running wild out there. But all you care about is hooking up with this lawyer? And y'all want me to blame Ghost? Ghost slept with Angela. He hasn't slept with no other chick on the show. In that last episode, that was the first time I figured out they were twins. I never knew they were twins. And I watched this show very carefully. I always thought Tariq was just the oldest one. Until she said, Raina was like, this is the first year we be celebrating our birthdays apart. And my brothers and sisters are twins, and that's the stuff they said to each other. On the show, they are twins. Derek Williams, you ain't know nothing. Stop lying. They never talked about them being twins before into the show. Oh, that baby, she sleep real good on the show. Now, a lot of people gonna say the women was talking about blaming Ghost. They mad because he left her he cheated on her and left her for another woman. It happens. I'm not saying he should have left Tasha, but he didn't leave Tasha because he wanted another woman. He didn't leave his family. He left Tasha because of, not because she was black and he wanted a white woman. See, y'all don't look at why he left Tasha. Why did he leave Tasha? Tasha's not about growth. She's about him staying a drug dealer for the rest of his life. And he keep telling her this is not what he wants to do. Angela's ambitious. She's trying to go for the, promotion at her job, move up. She's a career woman with things on her mind of moving forward. Just like Ghost, they have the same ambitions. Tasha's ambition was get some money, buy some shoes, buy a nice purse, go get this new dress, get these earrings, and we gonna keep hustling and keep doing what we doing. I tried to look at that and say, well, they both responsible. I looked at that angle and tried to say, as parents, they're both responsible. Ghost should have been there. But this situation got out of hand mostly because Tasha created it. That tape that Ghost went back to try to find when Greg Knox and them had this information or whatever would have never occurred had she not told Tommy about Ruiz, and Ruiz got killed. Tommy had to kill Ruiz. Y'all think it's both. I don't really look at it that way. I look at it a little different. Ghost is out here making the money. He's running around doing what he's supposed to do to provide for the family. So he's got to run the nightclub. He can't be at home all the time. That's her job, is to make sure that the household is straight. That's her only job. She don't have to run the hair salon place. She wanted to do that. She didn't even tell Ghost about it. But everybody wants to put all the onus on the man, Ghost, because he went with the women are mad because he left her for a Hispanic woman, and they looking at it. He just want to get rid of the sister and go run out on the sister, knowing that's not the case. And I'm like, y'all watch this show every day and y'all want to blame Ghost, but yet y'all don't see the reason why he left. Y'all ignore the reason of why he left Tasha. He left Tasha because she wasn't growing up. I did read your text, Alan Hardaway. You said she tells Tommy and then Tommy messes it up. I've already covered that. Tasha's a hoe, that's why he left. No, he was already gone before Tasha even slept with Sean. He was already gone. She was pushing him away. When your husband's trying to talk to you and you don't listen to your husband and what he's trying to explain to you, women always say talk and communicate. He tried to tell you. And then when it was too late, he was like, I've been trying to tell you, but you ain't listening. I don't want to be a drug dealer for the rest of my life. That's not what he wanted. She's not listening. And then she's still talking about, oh, the game and this and the game that. Of course, his family's going to come in and start running the drugs. And Tommy's going to be still in business, and that's not going to be good for Dre. How did Tasha cheat first? Tasha didn't cheat first. She was just giving a peep show to Sean. But still, stuff a wife isn't supposed to be doing. Right. He left for Angela because she had the same type of goals he was going after. It wasn't the fact that she was Latino, wasn't the fact she's white, wasn't the fact that Angela he wanted to get away from the black woman. So all the women need to stop. Okay? Stop. These are not the reasons why. She pushed her own husband away because she thought he would always be there no matter what. When your husband's trying to tell you something, listen. So that's the key that the women are missing. Your husband's trying to talk to you. Listen to what he got to say. Talk to him. Quit trying to just blow off what he's saying and keep going. I'm looking at some type of crazy chat room garbage going on in here. With all these crazy spammers showing up. I'm sorry, I was in the middle of getting rid of all these spammers that just popped in here. Must be DJ Alphabet Soup or something. This must be his people. But like we were saying, some spammers came in doing what they do. Yeah, it's probably DJ Alphabet Soup and his people. But back to what we was talking about. Ghost didn't leave her for those reasons. And to try to put the Raina thing and say it's both their faults, he should have been home. He was out doing something to boost his career. She was out getting some booty. Just think about it. Right. She lost him then. And he was like, Tasha, I don't know no drug dealers. No real drug dealers that ain't dead or in prison. You ain't like them, baby. You could beat them. Nope, and women keep defending her. She the reason for a lot of this mess too. And that's what people gotta realize. The trade will possibly be voided depending on the status of Isaiah Thomas. Tate is an old street guy who became a councilman, but he had a lot of pull in that hood too, and he knows about ghosts. And you're gonna see him show his. He's starting to show his character, who he really is. He going back to that old dog. Oh, you know that. Well, you run into different scenarios and different reasons why people do things, and it's crazy. And you looking at Dre gonna be shook. Of course he gonna be shook. But you looking at a situation now where you got Proctor, and Proctor's coming along, and Proctor's gonna create a more problem than he's ready to deal with. And none of that audio would exist if it wasn't for Tasha. Tasha sit there and told Tommy, instead of letting Ghost's plan go there, messed up his whole plan. And they ended up getting a recording of Tommy killing Ruiz. And they talking about, oh, Tasha and all that. This, you realize this is just a show, right? But y'all use that to execute Ghost. Y'all don't say it's a show when it's Ghost. Y'all like Ghost left the black woman. Y'all, where was it? It's a show. Where was the it's a show when they was talking about that? We ain't hear it's a show then. Tasha's job was to make sure the kids are straight. Ghost is out there making the money. She out there with this hair and nail salon place. Then talking about she took the loan from Stern. The guy Ghost out there doing what he doing right now. She the one took this loan and got him in deep with Stern. When they didn't even need that. He was like, man, that $2 million should have been more than enough. Ghost had to use that money for the security of the clubs. He paid that security firm. So they got the money back legally when they unfroze the assets. I think Milan should have stuck around a lot faster and a lot longer, but I think he had other movie obligations. Like the Jimenez brothers. I told you they was coming, and sure enough, now they the Jimenez brother and sister. They didn't need the money. So you talking about some we needed expenses. The $2 million wasn't enough money? You didn't have to bail Ghost out of jail. So $2 million wasn't enough? What did you really need the money for, Tasha? And that's what he said. What did she really need it for? She needed that money because she wanted to use the money for that hair and nail salon. Yeah, she should have played her position. But she wanted to have something to do with her career, but Ghost could have set her up in anything she wanted to do. Tasha would have been straight. When Ghost came home, he said, no, he's a cop. If he's a cop and they already looking for who killed that lady at the house, he knows it's a matter of time before the police go back to Tyreek on the case. He got to close the case. And to close the case, you got to get everybody involved. If he lies about what happens to Raina, that hurts him more than anything. I don't think he needs to lie at this point. Ghost tried to get back to Tasha, but Tasha don't love him no more. Even the other lady told him, like, you realize she don't love you no more. It's in her eyes. She don't love you no more. And she don't. She's told now she wants the divorce. She sees what she wants. She wants some money. I don't know who that big forehead news reporter is, but she gonna end up getting Ghost. Yeah, it'll have to be out the next season. Cause Tasha gonna blame Ghost, but she out there running around chasing behind this lawyer and ain't been doing her job of watching the kids. Now her daughter gets murdered at a school. Nah, Ghost and Angela ain't getting back together. They can't get back together. And she gonna be a thorn in his side because Ghost finna go on a rage, so she gonna be hunting down Ghost. We right back on. As you see, Tasha is the reason that Ghost has got to sit there right now with Stern. And when Ghost hit her with that line, I don't know if I could trust you. Well, Stern does exactly what all these other execs do. They use a black face to go in there and sell whatever product they trying to sell. But they get the majority of the money, while the black guy gets a penny or a fraction, even though his face is on it. But Ghost knew that this whole project was illegal. He saw the infraction and he had to get help to get out. But he got put in this situation by his wife. You want to know another funny fact about Power? Ghost, not Ghost, but the guy that plays Terry Silver and Proctor, both of them played in the Little Rascals movie. I believe what's his name was Stymie, and I forgot who Proctor played in the Little Rascals, the remake. Yep. Terry Silver and Proctor both was in the Little Rascals movie. Nah, I think he was Stymie, the one that wore the Dobbs hat. That was Terry Silver. Yeah, I always call Proctor Turtle. That's who. He's always gonna be Turtle. Turtle used to be fat, then he lost all that weight. See, the thing is, for me at least, Ghost is in this situation because of his wife. Nobody points that out. None of the women bring that up at all. They always bring up the fact he left because he wanted a white girl. And I'm like, why would you say that when you know that's not the reason he left her? I don't know if he got any connection to Breeze. I don't think he do, but I know he a street dude and the guy from his hood. Right, he's not with her because she's Spanish. He was with Angela because she was ambitious. That was the girl he used to date before he was in love with that woman. And she left. And he chose to stay behind. Yeah, he was with Angela before Tasha, so he didn't leave Tasha for no regular thought. And Tasha pushed him away. Every time he tried to tell Tasha, look, this is what I don't want to do this. And Tasha kept not listening, blowing it off, taking him for granted. Like he always going to be there no matter what. So you ignore your husband when your husband's trying to talk to you. So obviously he's talking to somebody who got his attention. Somebody who actually knew him. I tried to do that before. Go get a chick that I used to mess with in the past. We sat down, we had lunch, and it was very clear that too much time had passed and definitely shouldn't have been together at all. Yeah, but sometimes you always go, man, I wonder what they doing. So met up on Facebook. We went out. It was whack. And that was that. Tasha been grimy. Oh, we had that wrong. I thought that was him. And the Dobbs hat. The youngest daughter, she always stays asleep. They always keep her nice and asleep through the entire show. They make sure she is knocked out and asleep. I know, and I was like, Tasha's a bad mom. Period. And all these women were talking about it's Ghost's fault. It's Ghost's fault. I'm like, how's this Ghost's fault? Ghost is out there doing what he got to do to try to make money. Ghost would have probably been at home right now with his kids. But you blew that for him. Because you got him working for Stern. If that ain't what she want money. She want to get away from Ghost and have her own money. Now she want to be clean. She like, I don't want to live that life no more. Now I want to do something else. I don't want to be like that. I want to be completely legit. Because she want to be with this lawyer. She knows she can't be crooked and being with this lawyer. She's so stupid. She was ready to run off with Sean, who don't got nothing. He ain't got no job. He's like, good luck being a high school basketball coach wife. And what you gonna do? Take Ghost kid, take his children, take his kids and everything else, just run off? And take them out of school? Exactly. right now? Has she even talked about her children with Silver? She got 3 kids. Well, now she down to 2. But she got 3 kids. Not once has she had a conversation about, like, she talking about being with him and all this stuff. I could lead ghosts and then we could be together. I'm like, do you realize you got kids? They don't know this man. You don't even talk to him about bringing 3 kids in the house. That's what I'm talking about. What kind of mother is this? She got 3 kids and she ain't even mentioned nothing about her kids. He the lawyer, so you know he know them already. Well, then seen him, but she don't know how he feel about having kids around. Does he look like the type of guy that has a relationship with kids? He's a lawyer. All he know about is the case. He hardly at home. Teddy Cruz, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. You need to get started right now. Yep, but she's blinded by her pride and ambition. And all she wants to do is chase some money. That's all she want to do, chase the money. That's her problem. That's why nobody really feels sorry for her. Because as a mom, everybody watching the show like, man, why is she always dipping off to go see him? Like, when her daughter died, she out banging some other guy. Her daughter's dying. She's out banging some guy. Ghost is out there getting an award representing the city. She's out there banging some guy. But next week, she gonna be throwing it all in Ghost's face like it's all his fault. And taking no responsibility for her actions as a mother. When Raina come up in there talking about she want to go to another school, you don't ask 2 questions about it and you see a bruise on her arm. Raina, where you get this bruise? Then turns around and go right back to doing something else. It's nuts. Now, her not aware of what was going on was not a good thing for her. Meaning that Raina, that whole thing she was doing wasn't really good. Like, she should never approach somebody like that who's serious like he is. It's not a very good idea to run up on him and tell him you know who he is and blah, blah, blah. Because then that would be it. Yeah, that's one thing that could be a problem. That girl who recognizes his voice, because for the first time she's seen Ghostface. Well, Power is supposed to be on for 7 years. It got approved for 7 seasons, so I don't see Power going anywhere. It's gonna be on Stars. Um, the show got approved for 7 seasons. They wrote 5 seasons worth of material. I think Dre will get killed next season. He gonna run out of spots and protection. And once you run out of protection, game over. Who owns the show? What do you mean? I would say neither own the show. It's a partnership. He's an executive producer of the show. The people that own it is Stars. Stars own the show. But all the executive producers who produce the show, they're the ones that's making things move. Stars is the network for the distribution, so it's their show. They paid for it. So the show will continue because they're going to continue to pay for it. Well, Stars is their number one show. So for Stars, who's never had a number one show, it's a lot of imprints in here. Thanks, Ronnie. You see? You got Dee's daughter. Atmosphere Television. And G Unit Film and Television Incorporated. So that's 50's imprint too. So they all own the show. And CBS. You're absolutely correct about whoever said CBS. Stars is like the mini version of Showtime. Like there's HBO and then there's Cinemax. There's Stars and then there's Showtime. All of it's owned by CBS. Yep. Well, you guys have approximately a minute and 30 seconds to ask me any questions you want. Well, it depends on Isaiah Thomas's physical. But I doubt if the trade gets voided. No, I never come out to Delaware. Never coming to Atlanta. If I can help. I'll be live tomorrow, but not after the fight.